Hello. Today I want to talk about two rampant misconceptions that can make you fat and can cause cancer. So do me a favor and scooch up to the end of your seat and pay attention here. These are important. First, I'm going to talk about dairy, and I don't want you to freak out because I'm not going to say don't eat dairy. I'm going to tell you what's wrong with it, and then I'm going to give you ways to improve upon your dairy intake habits. So, a couple things. First of all, the primary protein in dairy is called casein, which is heavily linked to a lot of cancer problems. And also, dairy is linked to a laundry list of diseases and problems in the body. I actually needed a cheat sheet because it's so many things. I didn't want to leave anything out. I have here Crohn's disease, kidney stones, asthma, acne, inflammation, arthritis, allergies, and eczema, just to name some. And recently I've had conversations with people about ditching dairy, and I talked to someone whose sinus infections went away, someone who lost a bunch of weight because of it, digestive problems go away, and I mean, stomach problems can be embarrassing. If you're somewhere in public and you have to hold in a fart, and for whatever reason you can't hold it in, who wants to be in that situation? So if I told you less dairy could save you from some of that embarrassment sometimes, it might be worth a shot. Or even worse, having to be the person in the bathroom who everyone knows is pooping, but you don't want anyone to know that. Again, really awkward situations that could be caused by dairy, so you might want to think about that. Another thing about dairy is beyond childhood, a lot of people stop producing the enzyme lactase, which is what helps to break down and digest lactose, which is the sugar in milk. That's why you'll see a lot of people later on in life becoming lactose intolerant. Dairy also, the amino acids in dairy are stimulators of insulin, and insulin is a hormone that can help your body store fat, which is usually not something people are interested in doing either. So like I said, I'm not going to say you have to ditch dairy, although if you're curious if some of your problems are caused by dairy, maybe try ditching it for a week or two and just seeing what difference it makes, because that might encourage you to ditch it for good. Or you can just reduce your dairy intake. You can go for substitutes, things like almond milk or hemp milk. Soy milk, I'm not as big of a fan of, and if you have questions as to why, go ahead and leave a comment and I'll address that. Or there's also rice milks out there, and there's also alternative cheeses. You could also just treat cheese as a condiment rather than featuring it as a major part of a meal. You know, sprinkle it on your salad, a little milk in your coffee probably isn't going to kill you. I will say this though, if you are going to eat cheese, go high quality, raw if you can, and don't worry about reduced fat or anything like that. There's so much extra sodium and so much extra things to make up for the lack of fat. You might as well just eat the real thing and really enjoy it so you don't crave more of it later. Second thing I'm going to talk about that helps make you fat and can cause cancer is carbohydrates. Someone recently wrote on something I posted on Facebook, carbs are carbs are carbs. And I'm not bashing this person in any way. This is just common misconception, and I blame advertising in the food industry a lot for it, because people are convinced that just because something has whole grains in it, it's good for you. I mean, sometimes I go to the bathroom and there's whole grains in there. That doesn't mean I should eat it for breakfast, if you know what I'm saying. So I'm going to list two examples. I'll put two pictures of nutrition facts of a Dunkin' Donuts multigrain bagel, because like I said, sometimes we assume that just because something is wheat or multigrain that it's a better carb. Not always the case. So there's going to be a picture of a Dunkin' Donuts nutrition label and a sweet potato nutrition label. Sweet potato is still super starchy. You'll notice there's a lot of grams of carbs. There's still a lot of grams of sugar in there. And the difference is the ingredients in sweet potato is sweet potato. It grew out of the earth. It's much better for you. It's not processed. The ingredients in the bagel are a full paragraph, many of which you can't even pronounce, and that's the thing that makes me nervous. A lot of these things, although they're not directly linked to cancer and disease, you don't know what they do to your body, and that's why carbs is carbs is carbs is not true. So again, I'm not saying don't eat carbs. I eat carbs too, but make smarter choices. Fruits and vegetables, potatoes, things that grew out of the earth that were not produced by humans or machines are always a better bet. So if you have experience with reducing or ditching dairy, or eating healthier carbohydrates, and you've noticed a difference in your body, whether it's your skin problems cleared up, your sinus infections went away, you stopped having gas, bloating, diarrhea, embarrassing things like that, whatever it is, leave us a comment and tell us the difference it's made for you, because I really want to encourage people to do a better job and make better choices with these things so you can feel better about yourself and be more healthy. I will talk to you soon, and I know that will help, and I can't wait to hear from you.